Alright, um, back over here, back on YouTube to make another video, and it's gonna be a movie review on Friday the 13th Part 3D. Now that's the reason why I'm wearing this fancy 3D glasses. Take a good look at it. It's a really cool glasses. It's kind of like the same replica as Jason's hockey mask, if you can see. And over here it says Friday the 13th on the side of the glasses. So, side view, front view. Yeah, pretty cool. 3D glasses of Jason's mask. Anyways, now I'm going to be reviewing Friday the 13th Part 3 or 3D, like I just said a couple of seconds ago. Now, I just had to watch the movie again today to refresh my memory. That way I can give you guys a proper, decent review. Alright? First of all, you see the cover, you can see it's holographic. Yep. And on the back you can see some couple of pictures. Alright. It says right here, includes a 3D version of the film with a pair of 3D glasses. Alright. Meet Jason in a new dimension. New dimension meaning he has a new mask. Lucky for him. Alright. I don't think I have to wear this anymore. Alright. Now, hurts my eyes. Movie was probably one of my favorite Friday the 13th movie of all time. Just the debut of his hockey mask, just great. But let's talk about the movie in general. The movie was not bad. Pretty decent as a movie. You know, they did a pretty okay job with the whole storyline and everything like that. And so yeah, as usual, a couple of teenagers go to Camp Crystal Lake. They, decide to settle there and have a good time, which turns out to be a really bad time. And then they meet a new friend, Jason Voorhees. Now, there were a couple of teens, and the one that got my attention the most was the fat guy with the curly hair. Why? Because he was pretty stupid. Why? Because people in horror movies who pretend their death or imitate their death, try to scare others, usually are the ones that die first. Now, that's exactly what happened in the movie. He died. It actually kind of made me laugh, but anyway. Forgot to mention this movie was made in 1982, so pretty old movie. Obviously the special effects are not as good as what we have today. But this movie, in my opinion, was much better than Part 2. Reason for that, because, I don't know, I mean, I just kind of find it more entertaining to watch this than Part 2. Part 2 was good as well, but Part 3 is just this much better. Jason has a great look in the film. I believe, what's the name? Richard Brooker played as Jason. Played very well. Good job. So you also had Kane playing Jason in Part 6 and 7 and 8 of Jason. So this is Part 3 is Richard Brooker. And Jason gets the hockey mask in the middle of the movie. Because, like I said, the guy with the curly hair tries to scare people. He wears the hockey mask, scares the girl. Alright, a couple of minutes later, he dies. Jason takes the mask. And you know what happens? Jason tries to kill the girl without having the girl know who that guy really was. Whether it was, her old stupid friend or whether it was Jason. And the killing scene in that part was tremendous. She was actually distant away from Jason. She was probably near the boat because she dropped her wallet in the ocean, so she had to pick it up. She turns around and she sees Jason, who she thought was her best friend, and Jason, all the way far away, looks at her, and she pretends it's her friend, points the arrow at her, and she thought he was playing around, shoots it, and the bow or the arrow goes right through her eye. That was disgusting, but pretty cool scene. That's probably the best killing scene in this whole movie. That was a tremendous job. So, yeah. In the end, Jason dies. What happened is he's chasing this girl, this last girl, who's running around like an idiot because, first of all, rule number one in horror movies, when a killer's going after you, make sure you stay away from them, not to try to fight back. I guess that's what she doesn't know. Alright. So she keeps fighting back with Jason. She drops a bookshelf on him, it doesn't stop him. She tries to stab him, which she misses many times, but she eventually stabs his leg. Still nothing happens. So then she's trying to get into her car, which is not working. Alright, so do you stay in that car while the killer's couple of feet away from you? Or do you run away like a smart guy or girl, whatever? I say you run away, because if you're going to be stuck in that car, try to turn it on and waste time, that guy's going to get you. However, if you're going to run as fast as you can right now before he's going to even start catching you. That's probably the smartest thing you can ever do. Anyways, so yeah, that's that. And then she goes to this this log cabin, or like in the barn, and she tries to hide on the roof, on a catwalk, or it's not really a catwalk, but it's like a little log or connecting through the walls and everything like that. So she decides to hide over there, above, so Jason cannot look at her. She does a good job on that part, but then her leg's falling down. Her legs is sticking downward. Jason look up and he sees her, and she falls on him. Yeah, smart thing to do. I bet 120 pounds could actually hurt that guy. Alright, then she realizes he locked the doors, and she tries to push it while you're supposed to pull it. And alright, you know what? That's ridiculous. Alright, next what happens? The black guy, who was actually killed in the same place a couple of scenes ago by Jason. Now, how did he come back to life? Oh, maybe he was just injured. Okay, yeah, whatever. So he tries to fight Jason. Jason brutally slaughters the guy, and then what happens? Oh, I forgot. Oh yeah, she goes up. She climbs up the stairs, or not the stairs, but the ladder, and she basically has a plan. She's gonna hit him with a shovel, and then when he's unconscious, what happens is she hangs him and pushes him out of the window, and he gets hung. Alright, the end. Not really. She goes all the way back down. She opens the door. She sees Jason hanging there. Alright, and then Jason. This scene kind of creeped me out when he got alert, grabbed the rope, lifted himself up, and tried to remove the rope around his neck, which is probably the smartest thing to do as a killer. And when he did that, the mask tilted upwards, and you can see his face, and that creeped me out really bad. And then he puts it back down. Then he goes after her with a machete. But then what happens? Oh, that was the scene when the black guy comes. I'm sorry, little mess up right there. So that happened, and then she finally got the time to grab an axe, I believe, and she just throws it on his head, and then he goes forward towards her. Now, if you watch this in 3D, it's much scarier than 2D. If you watch in 2D and you see Jason go after her by having an axe right in his head and go, it's not really that cool. But 3D version, pretty decent. I actually liked it. So he falls out, he collapsed, and then he's dead. So that's basically that's the ending. But for part 4, it gets more interesting. But that's part 3. All right. Now part 3, pretty decent, but not the best Friday the 13th ever. So yeah, this was made in 1982 by the same guy who made part 2, and came out in 3D version as well. Friday the 13th part 3. And now I'm gonna tell you this. Do I recommend it? Yes, I do. It's actually a pretty decent horror movie. Not the best, but still pretty good. Out of 5 stars, I'll give it a 3.5. I don't know where this came from, but it's 3.5 stars out of 5. All right. So yeah, go check it out. I tried checking it out on 3D version. But I prefer 2D because for some reason the movie was just too blurry for me. Now it's definitely not my eyesight, but I don't know. To me, because since it was made in 1982, obviously the movie in 3D version will be a little bit blurry. So I kind of prefer you to watch in 2D. I always watch in 2D. Alright, this was requested by 251 Mario, the same guy who requested me to make the video of Friday the 13th Part 2. Alright, so this is Part 3. And that's all for now, okay? And tell me what you think about this review. Tell me what you think about this movie. And if you guys want to request me to make more horror movie reviews, then go ahead. Send me a message to my channel, alright? HorrorFan316. And subscribe to 251 Mario. He's the guy who requested this. And so take a good look at that. And by the way, if you buy it in Walmart or Best Buy or FYE, you can get it for a minimum of 10 bucks. Get the 3D version. It's kind of holographic and it says 3D on it for all you dumb people. I'm just joking. And it comes with 2 3D glasses, alright? That's all for now. See you guys next time.